Hi guys, welcome back to Rock Fabulous 40s, and I am doing a foundation review for you guys today. That's the reason for the bare no makeup face here. And the foundation I'm going to talk about today is one that I have actually been wearing for a few weeks now, and I really enjoy it. And the one that I'm talking about is from Originds. This is the Originds Plantscription SPF 15 Anti-Aging Foundation, this little guy right here. I like a lot of Originds products. I use their Checks and Balances Foaming Face Wash, which is one of my favorites. I use their Fill in the Blanks Eye Pencil, which is really good. I also have a gel blush that I use from them that I really enjoy as well. And I use the Ginseng Energizing Eye Cream, which I really adore. However, this is my first experience over the past few weeks with any of their foundations, and I believe they do have two different foundations in their line, and the one that I picked was the anti-aging. This has SPF 15. Now Originds is somewhat known for being all natural products. Originds is a company that is owned by Estee Lauder, and Estee Lauder is not cruelty free. However, Originds does claim that none of their products or ingredients are actually tested on animals, and the product itself is made in Belgium, so it's not like it's made in China or anything like that, but because Estee Lauder is sold in China, therefore Originds itself cannot be considered cruelty-free because it is owned by a non-cruelty-free company, if that makes sense. I'm hoping that makes sense. Anyway, so I don't want you guys thinking just because it's an all-natural derived product that it is considered cruelty-free, and it's really not. Anyway, so let's get on with the foundation here. So the Originds Plantscriptions it comes in this really cool little squeezy tube. I like the squeezy tube foundations, I really do. And their shade range on this is not the best. I bought mine in Dillard's at the Originds counter, and it looked like there was like only 8 shades of it. So, I mean, you had a pretty fair shade down to, I believe, the deepest one was like the medium warm. It never went any deeper than that. So, if you're really a deep skin tone, you're not going to find one that really matches you. Now, mine being in 04, I'm kind of like in the medium range. So if you're way darker than me, you're not going to be able to find a really nice match, which kind of sucks because it's a really good foundation. Anyways, I picked mine up for $35, and you do get 1 ounce. Now, Originds says, I'm going to read you a little bit about what Originds claims about this foundation. It says that it's an anti-aging foundation with anogenesis. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. With anogenesis that floats effortlessly over skin to deliver anti-aging and pore correcting perfection while helping to correct visible lines and wrinkles over time. Also includes SPF to help prevent future damage. Now, it's only SPF 15, so it's not the best SPF in the world. So if you're going to be wearing it during the day, I always suggest putting more SPF, maybe using a moisturizer that has an SPF in it, something like that. Now, anogenesis, I'm sure I'm not saying that correctly, but I did try to figure out what that was, and it does seem like it comes from a sacred tree in Africa, that they derive this product from the bark of the tree, and it's supposed to have natural healing properties and this kind of thing. So that's what they're claiming is actually in this product. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into the application and let you guys know I have cleansed, moisturized, and I am using the Becca Backlight Priming Filter as my primer today. And I'm going to be applying with a sponge. Now, I do find that it applies well with a very dense, like, buffing brush, not one of those flat foundation brushes. It doesn't do so well with that, but with a really dense buffing brush like the It Cosmetics, the Heavenly Luxe foundation brush. It works great with that, and it works great with beauty sponges. So I'm going to use my Ulta beauty sponge today. Okay, and it does say on the directions to shake well before use, so I'm shaking. Okay. And again, it is a squeezy tube. Let me squeeze a little bit out on the back of my hand here so you guys can kind of see the consistency. Okay, so it's a little thin. You see it running here. It's not a real thick, moussey type product. It is a very thin product. And we're going to go ahead and start the application. So here's my sponge, and here we go. And I do find that this color is a really nice match for me. Now, it does not state on the product or on the Originds website what the coverage of this is supposed to be. I do find on me it is a light to medium and can be built up to a more, I guess, regular medium, if that makes sense. But it does even out my skin tone very nicely. It doesn't do a whole lot for covering a lot of my hyperpigmentation, but it does mask it somewhat. Okay, so this is just one side of my face. I don't know if you guys can tell a difference in the color evening. You can still see some of the hyperpigmentation, but not near as bad as you can over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply on the other side now. And what I like about this is it's like I dip my sponge in one time and I can get this to spread and blend over one whole side of my face without dipping back in. Now if I want more coverage, yeah, I'll dip back in after I get the first one blended, the first layer blended. Okay, so this is one layer all over my face with the sponge. Okay, you can see how it kind of evened out my skin tone a little bit. It masked the hyperpigmentation just a little bit, but it doesn't cover everything. Like I said, it is a light medium coverage. It's not one of those really heavy cakey mask type foundations. You will see freckles through it. You will see little bits of the hyperpigmentation standing out, but if you have any redness or anything like that, it does make it does kind of cover that redness. It does make that a little more seamless. And it never feels, excuse me, it never feels thick or heavy when applied, so that's really nice. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in with one more layer here just to show you guys that it can be built up a little bit. And I'm going to put the layer down here where I have my hyperpigmentation because that's the areas that I am the most concerned about, is the area with the hyperpigmentation. So that's usually always where I start my foundation. A lot of times I'll tell you to start your foundation in the middle of your face and blend outwards, but I like to start my foundation where I need the most coverage. Okay, so that is fully applied. That is 2 layers on my skin, and like I said, it does a decent medium coverage here. Okay, so it is definitely buildable. Now, one of the things that I also like to do with this particular foundation, and I do it with my favorite, my Even Better as well, but one of the things that I really like to do with this foundation is after it's set for a few minutes, after I apply it, I just kind of let it set. And once it's set on my face for a few minutes, I'll just take like a little paper towel, cup it in my hands like this, and press it right over the laugh lines and press it right over the forehead. And the reason I do that is because it takes off any excess product that is still sitting on top of the skin. But it does remove, I don't know if you guys can see that, it does remove some of the excess, and by doing that, it actually keeps this product as well as my favorite foundation from creeping into any lines or wrinkles. I think it really does help, because if you have too much excess on your skin, that's when your foundation is really going to start creeping into those little unwanted places. So again, this is 2 layers. I think it looks pretty good. It's a pretty good match. Let me go ahead and finish up my makeup. I will be back with you guys in just a few minutes. Okay guys, so my makeup is complete. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my final thoughts on this foundation, because like I said, this is not the first time I've been wearing it. I've been wearing it for a few weeks, and I've got to tell you guys, I really enjoy it. I know I said that at the beginning of the video. However, it is a medium coverage, or can be built up to a medium coverage. It's very natural looking on the skin. It is not dewy feeling on the skin, and it is, I think this is really, really good for dry skin, combo skin, oily skin. I think it's going to be great for all skin types, and the reason I say that is because it doesn't leave a drying, I mean, it dries down, but you don't feel it drying on your skin, and you don't feel it dewy or oily on the skin either. It just dries down and it sets to the skin. For those of you oily ladies who wear a lot of powder, you probably wouldn't need a whole lot of powder with this either, but yet it does not feel tight and uncomfortable on the skin. It just feels really, really nice. It does not sink into any lines, wrinkles, pores, any of that. It doesn't give me any polka dots, and it does not, on me at least, it does not oxidize. So I don't have any issues with looking in the mirror a couple hours later and then all of a sudden it's darker than the rest of my skin. It doesn't do that. It does not go orangey on me. It stays very, very true to color. And I do find that it lasts me all day. I can make it through an entire work day, and then when I come home and I cleanse my skin to get my makeup off, there's still a lot of foundation left on my skin. It doesn't break up and crack off, and it just lasts all day. As far as its claim as to reducing the appearance of fine lines and pores over time, I can't really attest to that because I've not worn this for months. I've only worn it for a few weeks. So yeah, my thoughts on this is I really enjoy this foundation. And I really think that this is going to be a really nice summertime foundation because I can't feel it on my skin. I just don't feel it. So it feels like skin, and in my opinion it looks like skin, and I really, really like that about this product. So for all of you ladies with any type of skin that are around my age or even younger that are wanting a more natural feeling foundation, this is a really, really nice one. And I also know if you have an Originds in your area or a department store where you can get Originds, they will give you samples of this. So you can actually pick up a couple of samples, try it out. Try it for yourself before you spend $35 on a foundation. But again, in my opinion, it's a really good one. It's a keeper. Alright guys, so that's my thoughts, my opinions on the Originds Plantscription Anti-Aging Foundation. I hope you guys found this video informative, and if you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you guys want to be notified of other videos I have posted, hit the bell down there as well. And also, down there is a subscribe button. And if you hit that subscribe button down there, you too can rock your fabulous 40s. And I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.